Hello, this is Quang Huynh and welcome to another week of video blogs from myself. I'm the director of CWF Group and also the author of the popular book on mortgages, Keep Calm and Mortgage On, which is on Amazon.com. So this week, I'm going to talk about a topic that most of you probably wouldn't know that you probably find yourself in this situation. But I've got a few clients who happen to be in this situation. And the thing that I want to talk about today is leasehold. Okay. So, what is a leasehold? So, a leasehold is basically, the first time you'll encounter it is you'll find a property and then you'll see the contract, right? We call it contract, contract of sale. And inside, the title or the ownership, usually it's like, freehold, which means that's for yourself to hold. And there's another thing called leasehold. Okay, now leasehold, what that means is the government has lent the land to you for a certain number of years, but they have the right to take it back. So in Canberra, you will find a lot of leaseholds, okay? And that's perfectly fine because everything in Canberra is a leasehold. Say they've lent it to you for 99 years and they have the right to take it back. So that's what a leasehold is. The legal term of a leasehold, more ask your solicitor if you do happen to encounter this. But the main problem that my clients are having at the moment is that what happens when you have a contract of sale with a leasehold that is not in Canberra, for example, in Queensland or Melbourne. Okay. The reason I highlight this is because a lot of banks do not lend to leaseholds, regardless it's 99 years or 999 years or 9 million years. They will not lend to property that is outside Canberra for leasehold. Namely, one of them, ANZ, will not do it. Okay, I know that from our research, NAB and St. George will do it, but at a lower LVR. Okay, certain banks might start from 60% to 70%. Okay, and it takes a little bit of negotiation to get leaseholds approved at 80%, depending on the postcode, whether it's high density, whether it's got risk factors that the bank factors in, or if they're on a blacklist with the bank. So, pretty short video today, but I want to make sure everyone knows that when you buy a property, make sure to look at the contract of sale. If it says freehold, you're pretty sweet to know that it's always good. But if it's leasehold and it's not in Canberra, act with caution. Another thing also to act with caution is company titles. Alright? It's another tricky part that certain banks won't lend to, company titles. For what that means is a company owns a block of units and then they give shares out, right? And then you own those shares which form part of that property. A lot of banks don't do that because it's too complex to go through the whole company constitution and all that, and some of them don't like it. I know CBA does it. Alright, other banks do it as well, but it will be twice as long to get a loan approved with company titles. It'll be three times as long to get it through leasehold if it's outside Canberra. So act with a bit of due diligence. Not all properties would be accepted by the bank, especially in this lending environment. It's quite tough to get banks to approve certain securities. And the best thing that you could do, you saw my last video, get a pre-approval, and not only get a pre-approval, always ask if you can do an upfront valuation on that property. And most importantly, look at the title ownership of the property. Okay, so be careful. Until next time, keep calm and mortgage on.